people claim that there's a home on the plane, but I know Grand Risings, Grand Risings. Did some yoga. I packed this bowl, but it's like Grand Risings. Hi there. It's a tea bowl. Real cozy day. We're just gonna like sit for a second. Good risings. We're just gonna pack a little bit and then get started. Because the roller joint is gonna take a minute. For sure. Um, as soon as we'll render these little fish brownies that help me get stoned. Wasted away again in margarita. Searching for my lost sugar and salt. Some people claim that there is a one on the blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Eh, 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 eh. Eh, 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 eh. Eh, 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 eh. Pacho at the Pipe's actually not that bad. It's kind of what I needed, so I might put more Pachi in there. A little mellow out. Oof. Alright, that's why I can't find a Puffco. I'm supposed to have a Pacho today. As we study the sacred tobacco, the earth, you know. I've read chapter 3 last night. Let's see. Here's what I highlighted. That was yesterday. This chapter 2. In those moments of suffering, peace has also existed. The capacity for suffering to be peace exists because it exists within the wholeness. So, pretty much it's saying like we're choosing to suffer, we're choosing to play victim, and choosing to not be successful, choosing to be stressed out, like. And what I highlighted in 3 was there really isn't any way to get outside of choice. Yeah, you're choosing to be powerless, you're choosing to let things happen to you, you're choosing to play victim, you're choosing to allow a circumstance to be bigger than you. You're choosing to give up, you're choosing to play small, you're choosing to stay in a comfort zone, you're choosing to repeat a pattern. So, if anyone's even wondering why it's like I'm moving so slow, I was doing a little yoga today, a little stretching it out, you know. Um, there you go. And I remember when I first found meditation, I wasn't listening to frequencies and stuff, and I really found meditation through happenstance. Um, my roommate, when I was staying in Atlanta, off by Vine City, um, or that's the station. It was across from the stadium, across from the Congress Center, um, Northside Drive type shit. Um, they would like always engineer some shit, and they engineered a gravity bomb, and they would make sure that it got tighter and better like every day, right? So I would start the day by hitting the gravity bomb, and I'd be so high, right, that I couldn't like move. So I would listen to the same like Mac Miller Tree J album on repeat, and or I would just listen to the whole thing through because I already knew all the words. It was like, I can zone out. I wouldn't have to think about anything for a second, and I would just listen to Mac every day before I found uh, like meditation stuff. Um, and I couldn't sit still. I would have to stretch. I would have to do something, even when I'm on the ground. So I would stretch and do yoga, get my mind right, and how how rare and different stillness is in this world. Like even when you go to the yoga classes, they be so fast. We gotta do all this in an hour because we need to crank out as many as these as possible. Or like not even crank them out because they're so used to people like wanting to leave and be on their phones and I got things to do so I'm gonna leave halfway through class. Because in reality we're supposed to move pretty slow. Um, like to really get into a stretch, to really do this, to certain, um, but we always have 800 things we have to do in a day, and we're trying to fit in health. Isn't that funny? That you try to fit health into your schedule. All the other stuff, you gotta do. But let's say being mindful, sitting, taking care of your body, even eating breakfast and drinking water, hydrating. We have to fit these things in. We have to be reminded of these things. Yeah, we always gotta, we gotta go to work, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. So, yeah, we're gonna move slow today, at least. Um, because everyone else is already yelling at you. I don't need to yell at you. Oh, well, like, share, subscribe. Cap hurt his back leg, so he's inside figuring out how to use the pillow beanbag. Um, yeah, we're gonna read more. I'm not gonna read every single chapter on live, and I'm really not even gonna read the whole chapter because yesterday it cut out and I didn't even have my headphones. Yesterday they both lives cut out, so I went, and that's why I'm even like a little frustrated because I went to the hammock and read the rest of the chapter. I come back in and like I can't find my Puffco. Um, so yeah, that's the thing. I got this other one here. I gotta, I guess, fix. Um, so I guess today's journey fix this Puffco. There's so many Puffcos. This one dropped. The glass doesn't seem too sharp. get it charging. Yeah, fix this thing today. So, boom. Alright, so if it will charge up. Or this might be cooked, chat. Let's let it sit on the charger for a little bit and then we'll see. Maybe put it on a different charger. Technology. Alright, I'll take. I'll get the chapter 4. Chapter 3 is Cosmic Choice. You guys might want to have pen and paper. Chapter 4 is the Ring of Inclusion, a path to you in wholeness. So, figuring out our path. How do we get the wholeness? Turn it back on. Steve, you're just gonna let it sit for a little bit. You feel me? Yeah. Boop. Big ass torch, little ass bone. Alright. Create an environment of stillness through the rhythmic pulse of inclusion. What did I just say? See, that's what's so funny about this. The like, I'm not even reading the chapter first or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna be really still and take things slow today. And the chapter's no stillness, so we are gathering strands of consciousness like a bird gathers branches to create a nest. We are traveling into various dimensions of consciousness to weave into awareness of your evolution, contribution, in your awakening from the illusion. We are, in a sense, slowing down the rhythmic pulse of this installment of consciousness for the purpose of creating an environment of stillness, an environment of complete acceptance and oneness. This energy spiral or rhythmic pulse is one of inclusion. You can think of this environment as being created for this transmission as a ring of inclusion, a spiral of inclusion. This an elevator of dynamic energy assimilation that is moving vertically like an elevator, ascending and descending, and yet also spiritually, like a spiral, like a ring. This spiral of inclusion is assimilating energies, and the outcome of assimilated or included energies is a sense of stillness, unity, and peacefulness. This environment is reopening a tablet of consciousness, divine union which resides within the tablets of light. This remembered divine union transcends so much of what can transpire for you in a day when you're in a state of separation consciousness and excluding or not accepting or assimilating experiences, impulses, and energies. As you choose to come with us into the ring of inclusion, sensation that you may be aware of is one feeling as if things are simplified, bottom line, and cohesive. It's like someone who is drilling for oil, for example. As they're drilling, there's a lot of vibration. There's a lot of hard substance that has to be broken up. There's resistance. It takes a lot of energy. Then, once things are pushed through the oil, there is a softening. There is a change in the texture and in the rhythmic pulsation. We gotta highlight that one. Grand Risings, what's going on? How we doing? You know, book gang over here. Um, Drilling for oil. I like these metaphors. As you are drilling in your own way for divine union, you may experience a sense of being fractured from yourself, splitting off from yourself, or separating from yourself. All right. Good morning. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Um, ugh. And this is what I would say. I'm purchasing this book this week, and I'm very excited to add it to my collection. Dude, tell me about it. I have bought this book multiple times. I bought it for other people. Um, it's clutch. Um, it just it like it hits so hard that like like you know what I would say all the time because I was like an atheist nihilist like type thing because I knew a lot of things was wrong, right? But what was right, and this is what feels right. Um, and again, it might not even feel right to anyone else. You know, for me, it feels right, and that's why, you know, and maybe it does feel right for you, and it doesn't feel right for others. Uh, and saying like, hey, your journey is your journey, right? So we spend so much time trying to convince other people of our own journey, right? When we need to just be on it. And for drilling for oil, right? Is that's what I said. Like I'm so exhausted because I'm always drilling and drilling and drilling to get through the people, and that takes so much energy. And the interesting part is that when you drill for someone else's oil, right? It's one theirs, and then two, um, they don't, they're not doing it themselves. So you're drained while they will feel better, but then they also don't know how to do it themselves. For instance, I woke up very like negative energy. Um, just there's a lot going on last night. I think when I'm sleeping, I'm like very sensitive. So when I wake up, I feel it, and um, it's part of, like I said, doing the drilling of, okay, before I even go live and start reading this book, I am going to sit and play the remove negative energy frequency. I'm going to, stretch, hydrate. I wanted to find my little Puffco. I did not find it yet. Uh, it's so much going on. Um, so you don't know if the puppies grabbed it or something like that. Uh, but even realizing, like it was saying, hey, even through separation, this is alignment when we're in the frequency. And instead of me being really angry about it, because I can allow myself to be angry about it because I am feeling upset about it. Yet it's about the control. It's about, yeah, it's really control, and that, like, oh, I don't know where that is. I have all this CBD in front of me, right? I was going on Chronicle. That's just a cool name. Um, so it's like, okay, let's do something else. I actually have this other Puffco here, right? That has been sitting dormant that I haven't. So it's like, if I'd fixed the last one, why don't I just fix this one too? And then that one will show up when it's time, for it to show up. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna like, fix this up after this. Yeah, like still, um, and we're going slow. We're not like all these boom 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 boom. It's like, hey, let's really sit in and you know enjoy the process, right? Um, so as I even just use these examples of all the ways that I could have been frustrated today, um, we're choosing to drill for the oil, right? Because it's conditioning too. We're waking up. We still get. We're so used to waking up in separation energy and in anxiety and anger and stuff. That becomes your norm. And interesting enough, if you don't find, let's say you wake up and you're not upset, right? You're not angry or anxious. We then like get on our phone, we scroll through social media, let's say we feel a certain way about a certain post. We feel this about that. Um, trust me, there's a lot to be frustrated about. I'm even feeling things come up. Yet, finding a way back to center, you have to, you see how, like, oh, I felt an emotion. And I took a deep breath. If we're always doing this for others, then they're not being able to do it for themselves, right? And then that's where we find ourselves in separation consciousness again, because we're separated from ourselves in the way that, um, for instance, he said we have to be in the present by making the present moments of what feels good. A lot of times it doesn't feel good, like good, right? Hey, I'm in my own meditation, sharing with others. You guys are choosing to join me in the that I am sharing with others. Different than, let's say, I want to go for a walk or skateboard or make music. I want to do something else, and then others come to me and they want to do. Uh, they just want to do, like, there's this time this guy came to me in the tent. I had all these people outside wanting to party, and I spent the whole time giving them my energy. When I came out, everybody was gone, and like the energy kind of like dispersed, and it's like what I've realized in tarot and stuff like that, and just this, let's say, Reiki energy healing healer journey, whatever. Um, Having your boundaries is very important, and say, let's say, you just have hours for your business. Setting boundaries. You're saying, hey, I'm not going to make you a donut or a cupcake at 3 in the morning. I want to go to sleep. I want to do other things with my life than make these bakers and cupcakes. And if you think about it, when, let's say, you're in a relationship and, all right, example, we're in a relationship. You've been having a good ass day, just life's been great to you. Your partner comes home, they're in a shit mood because they work a job that they don't like, right? And you're hanging out with your friends, even let's say you're on the video game or you're cooking, you could be reading a book. right? You can just be sitting in a hammock, just minding your business in bed, and they come in and they start telling you about Becca from accounting. They tell you about this and their day and all the tea and the drama and all that stuff, right? Or they saw their mom, right? They saw their family, their sister, an ex, a baby mama, whatever it is, baby daddy. Um, and they come in and they're just frustrated and just venting, just dumping out energy onto you. And a lot of times, this is the normal, right? And a lot of times, right, if you think about society, what we do is pour ourselves a drink, right? We go, oh my God, this person's getting started. I'm not up for this. Let me pour myself a drink, right? Let me pour them a drink. Let me smoke. Let me consume something. Let me eat food. Right? Let's go. If we're gonna talk about the drama, let's go get a meal or some shit. Right? Yet in reality, we don't even think that we're doing these things because we feel violated personally. We don't realize even we can be the violators ourselves. That if you call someone and let's say you go on a 30-minute rant about something, you just unload for however long, you're kind of violating someone's personal space, right? Yet we don't think of it too much like that, and we don't think of it too much as someone's violating our space because we're so used to people doing it. Yet let's say if we had a time to hear people out about their problems, right? That was convenient for us, right? Let's say the same thing as a baker, right? Hey, when you come home from work and I'm chilling, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear about the good things that we're doing, right? I want to hear about, you know, what's so funny is in a relationship, it would be said that, oh, you're not spending time with me, this, that, and the other, boom, 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 boom. And instead of just, hey, we're here together now, instead of being upset that I wasn't here earlier today, right, but I'm here now, why don't we just spend the time together, right? The past is the past. I wasn't there. Now I'm here. Something happened, whatever, all these things. And we we don't realize that okay, I'm being bullied right now, and they're taking their energy from me. What if what if you actually stop being around people like that and you surrounded yourself with others that get it? It's like ordering pizza, right? ordering food or whatever it is. Let's say you're a vegan, but the people you hang around only want to eat barbecue and get veggie or get meat on pizzas and the cheese and stuff, and you want a cauliflower crust with no cheese, with vegetables and all sorts of shit, right? We like what's it called? We get so used to arguing with people, Grand Risings, that we're just so like you already get defensive when someone brings up food. You know, uh, hey, let's get some food. You go, well, as long as it's blah, 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 you're already gonna argue about it, right? Because you're so used to arguing with others about it all day, every day. Yet, what Spirit's asking is one, you can be by yourself, or two, you can surround yourself with people where you don't have to argue, things where you don't have to separate it. Let's say even to think about what's going on. So the shade, hey, hey, um, what's happens is we don't believe that we could meet other people that we don't have to argue with. We actually like being the one person, the one spiritual person, the one this person, the one that person. And that's is something I've been meditating on since rereading this, reigniting myself of going, this is what I wanted to do. Yet I try to change and alter and water down and do all these other things besides just meditation and literally filling my cup and taking care of my body. Um, and moving consciousness forward, doing what spirit needs me to do. Um, and a everyone is drowning, right? And you want to throw everyone a life vest and all these things. Yet you and let's say they just keep jumping into the dock. Even you've helped them get to the dock, and then they jump back off, and they're like, I still can't swim. I don't know what's. And it's like, you're not doing one. You're not swimming correctly. Two, um, I don't know why you keep thinking, different results are gonna happen when you do the thing, right? And let's say it builds a resentment towards others because we get so used to helping this person out all the time that we then start to dislike people in general. There used to be people calling every weekend saying they did dumb stuff Um, and I'd be like, yo, just don't call my phone anymore. Like, you always get into trouble. You always need this. You always need that. Um, that's not the friendship that I want, you know? And I start to separate myself from those people, right? Um, because, for instance, help someone out on their rent, right? And it's, a month later and they need like the whole rent again, right? Um, and the question is, so what are you gonna do about next month's rent? You know, and the month after that, and the month after that. Oh, everything's gonna be better. I just need this one time. I need to believe him. Just this one thing. Okay, well, you said that last month, and now we're here again, and odds are we're gonna be here next month. You know. So what's the game plan to change the outcome? Um, Yet a lot of times people just want to do the same thing and think that it's just going to change. And that's, again, another thing the Spirit is saying. When we're living in that reality, going, okay, I'm just living and working for the next moment, and then things are going to work out in the future. What if things don't work out in the future? What if things are getting worse, progressively worse, and we're not making the changes needed? We're just hoping that tomorrow will be better. That's when it's not fair, because then we're putting the burden on others, who are being responsible or taking care of what they need to take care of or doing whatever it is. And the reason I'm saying this is because it all comes back to meditation, because that's why it's important for us, like we're talking about drilling for oil. It's important for us to know how to drill for our own oil. It's important for us to be able to take care of our own energy. It's important for us to do our own meditation and to solve our own problems. Yeah, you can ask for help at times, but if we become dependent on others, then it's like the Jimmy Neutron thing I posted one time of like, oh my god, like the kids, their parents are missing, and it's like, oh, my parents suck, and then it's, hey, I don't know how to cook, I don't know how to even clean this or do laundry, I don't know how to build this or do all these things, but we were so frustrated because we were dependent on it. And when you're dependent on it, you don't know what goes into everything. If you say, yo, my mom sucks at cooking, my dad never cooks, my sister sucks at cooking, my partner sucks at cooking, whatever it is, and you never cook, then you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't even, one, know how to make things better. Two, you don't even know what it takes to cook and to fail, right? And that's why when a lot of times people cook for themselves, they'll eat the food and be like, yeah, it's dry, but I tried my best, right? When it's your cooking, it's okay for your rice to be this, it's okay for your, you know, protein to be like this, or your whatever to be runny, because it's your food and you're going to eat it because it's like, it's my creation, I appreciate it, you know? Because a lot of times we won't be that, oh shit, we fucked up. Or even if you are honest with yourself when you fucked up, you take it easy because it's your fuck up, right? When it's someone else's fuck up, we want to be so hard and this, that, and the other. So same thing. Angry if someone says, right? If about someone comes and they start dumping onto you, they start projecting onto you, they start treating you however, and you say, "Hey, I'm not gonna do that. What's up, bitch? Ugh." Right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna accept you projecting onto me. I'm not gonna accept you treating me this way. All this shit, right? Now you're the bad guy, right? Why are you the bad guy? Because you stood up to yourself for yourself, right? You just said, "Hey, I'm not gonna tolerate the way that you're treating me. I'm not gonna do this," right? When people are used to projecting, or let's say someone complains about your food, and then you be like, "Fine, bitch, cook for your damn self," right? Oh, why you gotta be like that? You doing too much and da da da. I'm just saying. What you mean you just saying? If you just saying you don't like the food, then you just saying that you can cook for your motherfucking self. That's what I hear you just saying, right? Hey, you don't like my advice that I give for your problems, right? And for instance, someone once they were like, I told them, I said, "Yo, I'm down to help, but if you keep doing the same shit and expecting different results, I don't want to help you because I can just put that energy, money, time, or whatever into myself and actually get somewhere, or just do nothing with it, right? Um, do whatever, right?" And they they got upset, right? Kind of stopped talking to me for like a month or whatever, and then hits me up again, and then was like, "Yo, I need like $5,000 to get a car." All right, what does that have to do with me? Oh, I was thinking you can help, and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah. Interesting enough, I even said, "Yo, I got a car fucking sitting over there. Don't fucking drive it. If you want to come and get the car, you can have the car." Like, and then, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" Then talk to him again. "Oh, fuck you. I'm not dealing with people like you anymore. You're a waste of my time," and this, that, and the other, and boom, boom. How I miss where this happened because I once said, "Yeah, I'm dreams or doing something different," because anyone's down to support someone chasing their dreams and like accomplishing, you know, goals and expanding consciousness. People don't want to support someone who just comes with the same excuses all the time, because that's not even fun. It's not even like exciting. Let's say when I was like hitchhiking and shit, and people supported me, they knew you were going to get content. You knew that even if I did the same thing, or let's say was in the same relationship loops in different relationships, then you were going to see that. You're going to see me talk about it at least. Um, you see how if people who care themselves don't tend to ask for much except for like your time and energy. Hey, you want to hang out? Um, it's on me. Boo 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 boo. Shit like that, right? Because they initiate the hangout. If I ask to hang out with somebody, I'm expecting for me to take care of it because I invited you to hang out. I think it's crazy when someone invites someone out to dinner and goes, "This is the restaurant I want to eat at, and this is usually the prices. Here's the menu. So if you want to budget out, like that's fucked up. If I want to go to this restaurant and I want you to accompany me at said restaurant, then that should be on me. If we're out together, right, and we're walking around and it's like, hey, bitch, you want to grab a burger? I'm hungry, or whatever. You want to stop in here? Yeah, like that's different, you know. Like we were doing something else. Oh, we're getting smoothies after yoga class. Like, hey, there's a place across the street. Let's get yoga. Blah 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 blah. Just hit the bodega. Boo boo boo. Different, right? But if you're saying, hey, you want to go out Friday night to this restaurant? This is how much it costs. That's kind of crazy to me. I feel like clubs are a little different. If you're going out to a club and you're getting alcohol and stuff like that, that's like different because you can run up a tab on someone else's. You know, like dancing. You know, I get the first round. Very valid. You know, get the first rounds on me type shit. I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy you a drink. Ooh, I'ma take you home with me. I got money in the bank. Show you what you think about that. Find me in the Cadillac. T Pain said, I was paying homage. I don't know why everybody got mad at me, took the money. Yeah, nigga, using other people's songs. Playing around with that shit. Alright. But yeah, I got 55 seconds left. Thanks for joining. Like I said, we're going real slow. We're going slower and slower. And like we said, the stillness as we receive, as we process more. Um, yeah. So if you guys still want to tune in, we're still live on YouTube. YouTube is not cutting me off yet. So you can go to the FreeWater Family on YouTube. You can catch me live. We're going to read a little bit more, see what happens. Thank you guys for tuning in on the journey, right? Yeah, just keep tuning in, right? As we elevate and integrate ourselves to our fully functioning God being. So, much love and light, stay woke. All right. As you are drilling your own way for divine union, you may experience a sense of being fractured from yourself, splitting off from yourself, or separating from yourself. The way that this can show up is as friction within your own being. This friction may show up to you as a lot of activity within pockets of activity. Here's an example. You may just be sitting in a chair, and yet while you're sitting in that chair, where your body isn't active in terms of running or walking or jumping, your mind may be very active. It may be like a jackhammer creating a sense of tension, or your emotions may be spiraling out of control with worry, force, fear, having to be and do more and to go all the time. Your awareness of continuity within your own systems begins to become fractured. It is as if there are particles of consciousness that are frozen in certain repetitive patterns and certain ways of being. This can result in a sensation of survival when there is nothing to survive. There is no imminent danger. There is nothing that needs to be fixed or changed, and yet the inner drive is pushing to find that oil. The inner drive is on high alert. This can result in a sensation of being fractured, of being what often is referred to as anxious, and a pulsation of consciousness that is uninformed. We're using this language very intentionally when we say that what can occur is that there are aspects that get frozen in a repetitive pattern because that exists in a dimension that's outside of the environment of inclusion that we're speaking of. This ring of inclusion defrosts the frozen vibration back into oneness, back into wholeness. Oh my gosh. So, the iPad itself is about to die. So, we'll cut it there so it doesn't just cut out on me. I'm gonna keep reading, and I'll be back to talk about what I read. Um, yeah, so maybe this will be recap videos. Now we got you guys started. Um, yeah, the spirit is saying if you really, really are about this, then you gotta come get the downloads yourself. You can't get, you gotta get it yourself. Someone said they ordered the book, so you can order the book too, um, or you can pull up, read it, whatever. Um, but yeah, whew, it's one of those days. So you know what I want? I want waffles with whipped cream, pancakes and shit. It's the pancake day. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get pancakes. We're gonna beat Elden Ring, and I think that's the game plan. So yeah. See you guys tomorrow.